Hey guys, I am so excited to be here with you. My name is Rachel Feldman. I'm the proud owner of Rachel's Wellness and the creator of the Done For You programs. And I am here with Tosh today, who's been so kind to take time out of her busy schedule. We were just saying before we recorded how we are both moms. And so we know that we rarely get a moment to breathe, let alone function. So you taking time out to talk about what the Done For You programs have done for your career and your business is completely awesome, and I want to say thank you. Why don't you just tell me even what the Done For You programs, how you've used them, what they've done for you, kind of give me like the rundown.
Okay, so I'm still actually doing my IN schooling, and I've been researching you for quite a while. I'm a researcher, and I need to have a lot of time before I make the commitment, and I finally made the commitment and bought the Rockstar program, and also did the Healthy Hustle with you. And
Love that.
both of them have projected me so far into what I thought I was capable of. I'm kind of a perfectionist. I have fears of being successful, not fear of failure, but fear of being successful, and this really gave me a step-by-step, like a very organized step-by-step procedure on what I needed to do and how I needed to get out there, and I needed that because I was kind of feeling like I didn't know what the next step was. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know how to get out there, and this really did that. And I've launched my detox program, and I'm marketing every day, and those things, it might not seem, I know you know this,
No,
but it does seem like a big thing for
it's a
some, but it
huge
is
thing.
huge for me.
It's huge, and I think you bring up such a great point because I hear this from coaches all the time. Like, they'll call and they'll say, Rach, I have so much knowledge. Like, knowledge is not what we're lacking. We have so much knowledge. We have so much passion. And they're like, and I'm done school and I've been given like great handouts and they're awesome and I'm so thankful. But like my clients are reading like Mark Hyman books. They're reading like they have so much education, and a lot of coaches feel like, okay, what do I now give my clients? How do I feel confident? What do I deliver? And I think for me, the reason that I even created the programs was for my own business. And then like the forum support was to be able so that if somebody said, okay, somebody's not buying this, or if somebody's not clicking on my opt-in, how do I get support, or does someone else have, an idea on what I can do? So did you feel like not only that you had a plan and a program, but did you feel like the forum was able to give you a place to kind of grow and come into that strength of wanting, or not wanting, but knowing that you could go to that place?
So the forum was fantastic, and I think what I got from it most was I pretty much stalked you on what your posts were. And so to know what I got out of your posts and to know what I can put into my posts, what I can put into my posts for my groups, because it's foreign to me. Before this, I was like a social media, I hid from social media. And now I'm not, and I'm getting out there, and I can post and feel confident and know what to post because of you. Thank you. So and the forum was super supportive, and I think just the whole program, the whole thing, Rachel, has helped me so much, so much. I can't even say.
I mean, I think, when coaches think about Rockstar, because when, people always say, why would I buy Rockstar? I'm like, oh my God, like, why wouldn't you? Because when I came out of school, I remember, all I heard was build your list, build your list, build your list. And still today, I mean, your list is your lifeline. Like that is, the blood dripping down into your veins. Because if you don't have a list, it doesn't mean you need to have a huge list. Even if you had 30 people and you really warmed up to those 30 people, but if you don't have opt-in freebies, I mean, I came out of school and I was like, how do you make an opt-in freebie? I don't even know how to make a PowerPoint. I don't even know how, and some people still to this day, like PicMonkey took me time, social media images, all of that. So, when I look at the Rockstar and I think, wow, this really gives you the ability to, especially as a mom, I know like I can go in and schedule a post in the morning with a social media image from Rockstar with a tweet and it's there. And that consistency of building, especially when we're new coaches or existing or taking our business to another level, that consistency of branding, even when we don't know what our niche is or our sub niche is, we have to start somewhere. Like, we don't know what our community wants unless we start posting on social media, or unless we're having a flyer, like from Rockstar, that you can post at the mom's place or at the gymnastics place that your kid goes to. Did you find that you used the materials in the Rockstar?
I think I've used everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
Yeah. And the other thing I found is that, because we're in the forum with our school as well, I've been finding that the posts that they've been posting, where I know I would have been had I not done this program, are so very basic and so very like, okay, now I don't know what to call my business. And I'm like, wow, I figured that out so long ago, and I've projected so far, much farther ahead, but I know I wouldn't have had I not done this. So,
dude, you saying that, I mean, seriously, because I remember, and I think even saying this, and I say this no matter what forum, like whether it's someone buying Revitalize or Paleo or the Smoothie Challenge or the Detox or in Healthy Hustle, I'm always like, if somebody would have told me day one, Rachel, make everything consistent, like your business Facebook page, your Instagram, like your Twitter, if there would have just been this little rule book, like the kindergarten handbook that you were handed, and that's why I think the forums, for me, I post in there, I'm like, what would I have wanted to know? Or what, even as a coach now, do I want to know? Because, times change constantly, and so we always have to know how to get our programs out there in a different way.
Yeah. And even the little tweaks that you mentioned in the forums on, like if this isn't selling for you, then change the title, try a different picture, try like the little tiny things that you wouldn't think about because you get so stuck in this one way, right?
Or even to go offline. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. Everyone's like, I'm going to be an online coach. It's like, okay, does anyone know you online? Because nobody talked about me 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I had like 1 like, 2 likes. There was I remember doing my first teleclass and like a few people showed up, but I also didn't know that I needed to market in a certain way. Yeah. I didn't know how long I needed to market. And I think often we do need to think outside the box because we're all so different. And I think you bringing up that point, like sometimes it's that someone needs to do a grocery shopping tour with a program. Somebody needs to do cooking in their house with a program, or somebody kills it online. And they're like, oh my God, I followed your system. This is exactly what you said. I did A, B, and C, built my list by 300 with this, and boom, boom, boom. So if you could say anything in closing to somebody who's like wavering or thinking about what they need to do for their business at any time as a health coach or wellness professional, what would you say has been like kind of I stalked her, I was hesitant, because I think that's the biggest thing that I always hear is that I know I bought one program and I was like, I had no money when I bought it, and I was really disappointed. And it's what propelled me to create these for myself and my business. And I get a lot of people who email me and say, I don't know, I bought a lot of programs. I have fallen for every shiny object. I mean, I hear a lot about you, but what would you say to that person?
I would say that they first need to look inside themselves and see why they're not following the programs. And secondly, I would say that you got to make the leap, but you got to commit to it. You got to, if you're gonna purchase a program, and I highly recommend purchasing this one. But stick to it. Stick to it and work it and do it and make that commitment to yourself. And I mean, you're the only person that's going to make you successful. Right? You can't rely on other people. So buy it and do it and just follow it. Follow it to a T.
I love that because, even in the forum, I've said to coaches, like, you not only have my program, but I would put $1 million in the fact that you've bought 15 others. So great. Bonus those 15 others that are collecting dust.
Yeah.
And supercharge your sales page or supercharge your work with me. But, like, use it. And I love what you said, like, get into that action mode. And I saw you in the forum, like, you were asking question after question after question. I couldn't even keep up. I was like typing and typing. I was like typing at night. But I was like, she is going and she wants it and she's going to go after it. And that's why I had such mad respect for you. So thank you so much for taking time today. You are just, I'm so proud of you. And yeah, so thank you.
You're an inspiration. You kicked my butt, so.
Well, I gave challenges, and so you took them. And I think anybody who does really step into that place, which is what you said, like if you buy it, like own it and say, I'm going to do this. It might feel a little scary. It might be uncomfortable. I might not know, like what you said, hiding behind social media. Like that's all good, but if you want to create the business you desire that you deserve, like get out there and just do it. And that's what you did. So. Thank you.
The fun part is that, you know, the scary things that you feel, for me, the things that I feared so much, as soon as it was done, I felt great.
Yeah. Even if it took a little time. Even if it took a little time to figure out, you're like, oh, wow, that will never take me that time again because I learned it. And, you know, that's what I always say to people. Like, even if you outsource later in your business, once you learn something, once you learn MailChimp, once you learn opt-in freebie, once you learn the process, you've learned it. You haven't just learned how to launch an online program. You know how to launch anything, to a health strategy, a smoothie challenge, a challenge, you know, anything that you're doing, how to get a health history. You're learning that launch process, and that's an entrepreneur and being a business owner.
And I'm finding that I'm getting a lot of people asking my help business-wise, and I have no intentions of being a business coach whatsoever. And I have to kind of say that up front. And they're like, but you know it all. I'm like, I bought a program and learned it.
And you asked a lot of questions, and I think that's the key thing. You really, you know, and I think that's what I love about having the program and that we have the forum, and that I even was looking in the forum today. We have other coaches in the forum who step up, who know more than others, you know, who are like answering. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't even know that. And I think that's the beauty about being in what I call mastermind is you're learning, you're expanding your business, and then you go off. And I've seen coaches who started here, and then they're like in other magnificent places that they couldn't even have dreamed of. And that's the whole point. So thank you for taking your time. Seriously, you are just a pleasure. And I hope see you this spring.
Absolutely.
All right, go and enjoy your day. Thanks, Tosh. It's been a pleasure. You want to give a shout out to your site where they can find you, where anyone can find you?
Sure. My site's TashaMacKay.com.
Awesome. So if you want to stalk Tasha's detox or what she does, how she posts, because, you know, when we find coaches who figure out their system, you want to follow them. Don't copy them, but you want to follow them.
Thank you.
All right. See you later, girl. Thanks so much.